Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome to the annual Long Run virtual meeting, which, as you know, was supposed to be hosted in Principe Island, just behind me. And we really hope to be able to welcome you next year at the same time. My name is Philippe Moho, and I've been responsible for the tourism development of HPD Principe for the past 9 years. The vision of HPD Principe is the sustainable, social, and economic development of Principe and the conservation of the island's UNESCO Biosphere Reserve, while the mission is to become a global inspiration through sustainable integrated ecotourism, agroforestry, support services, and social initiative. At the moment, Praia, the flagship of our 4 properties, part of the National Geographic Unique Lodges of the World, is the only property to be a proud member of the Long Run. However, we intend to integrate our 3 other properties, as well as our other businesses, into the 4C framework. Julie Cheatman from Grootbus visited us earlier this year, and she could experience firsthand the amazing work by Fundação Principe that has done in terms of conservation and community engagement. We would like to give you a small glimpse of what is waiting for you next year. First of all, we'll showcase a video of the destination from the point of view of one of us, actually our most senior field guide. Then Manuel Barbosa, the GM of Praia, who will explain the changes made during lockdown. And finally, we'll be showcasing the most emblematic example of the 4C on the island of Principe. On behalf of HPD Principe, I would like to wish you a great networking week, which will hopefully inspire all of us to push the sustainable boundaries even further. Some call it already regenerative travel, which is leaving a place in a better condition than when you found it. But whatever you want to call it, we are in it for the long run. I would like to thank all the Long Run members to participate in the event this week, and a special thank to Delphine and to Anne for their organization and their great leadership in the sustainable marketplace. Have a great week, and we'll see you very soon. Bye-bye.
A minha ilha é pequena, mas é grande. Um ecossistema diferente, onde não faltam lugares únicos para explorar. Pedaços de terra vigiado pelo mar que ainda ninguém descobriu. É aqui que a biosfera se faz sentir onde quer que estejas. Onde somos parte da grande pegada da natureza. Filhos de uma terra intocada, onde tudo é vivo, onde tudo é verde. Na minha ilha, o pulmão é cheio de ar. As árvores abraçam-nos, as sombras protegem-nos. Na minha ilha, as pessoas são quentes e amáveis. Abrimos novos caminhos todos os dias. Guiamos quem chega, guiamos juntos entre nós. Somos livres e felizes. Somos mistura do café e cacau, do salgado e do doce. filhos da terra conheciam a floresta, sabor a fruta e a mar. Na minha ilha, tudo é natural, tudo é puro, tudo é verdadeiro. A minha ilha é única. Tudo que tem só existe aqui. Na minha ilha toda a gente tem um sonho. Leve, leve. Aqui somos todos príncipes. Eu sou do príncipe.
Merging with the forest of Principe Island are the 15 villas of Sundi Praia Lodge, an exceptional place for memorable experiences. The outside wooden panels and timber decks were inspired on fishermen huts that once stood this place. And inside, functionality and decoration achieved the perfect balance between comfort and nature. Each tent has spacious indoor and outdoor areas, including private terraces. And the 3-bedroom tented villas has its own private pool. Surrounded by cocoa trees and also inspired by the nature, a stunning bamboo structure brings the shape to the Oka restaurant, the departure to a culinary journey to celebrate local ingredients. Aromatic herbs and local fruits are also the base for the mixology at the pool bar, which also offers an endless pool facing the Atlantic Ocean. At Sundi Praia Lodge, activities provide unique experiences through interaction with the local community, allowing guests to celebrate Principe authenticity while contributing for the conservation of the island. Hello everyone, I'm here to give you an update on the impact of coronavirus on our business and the actions that we are taking to overcome to it. We are grateful that across our company the number of COVID-19 infected is inexistent, and with the operational closed, most of our team members are at this minute quarantined. Most of HBD team is now committed to make the best of this period. For the moment, we are cooperating with the local government in creating some areas to assist with medical care to possible cases in the island, as well as sensibilizing communities with cautions that they should take in order to avoid the transmission of this virus. At the lodge, we are building a new staff canteen, a new storage, rebuilding all the pathways and improve the lighting. We look forward to welcome you soon and discover all the improvements on our guest experience. For the time being, stay well and hope to see you soon.
C for community. We have done many projects showcasing community engagement on the island of Principe, but probably the most emblematic one is the Water and Recycle project. So the objective of the campaign was to reduce substantially the usage of plastic bottles on the island of Principe, while providing free drinking water to the local population. On the first day of the campaign in June 2014, we collected more than 27,000 plastic bottles and distributed 2,500 biosphere bottles. We understood on that day that this project was so much greater than what we anticipated. We also sold the biosphere bottles in our hotels at the price of €25 to be able to finance that project. and we won an international environmental prize called Aloe International Prize in Spain. The conclusion of this campaign was that we installed 15 purification water fountains, we distributed 13,500 biosphere bottles, and we collected just short of 900,000 used plastic bottles on the island of Principe. We also defended 3 sustainable development goals, number 6, number 12, and number 15. But more importantly, this project had a very positive impact on the environment of Principe by removing most of the plastic and sensitizing the local population on plastic reduction. Another project that we recently developed is called SIS Bomba. Special Isolation Site at Bomba was an initiative from our founder, Mark Shuttleworth, in collaboration with the regional government of Principe, in order to protect the elderly and the vulnerable on the island. The president of the island described it as protecting the library of Principe, as we are hosting historians, artists, healers, amongst others, and they all have a story that we are gathering right now. We started this project in May, and we intend to pursue it until Principe is declared COVID-free.
C for culture. With a dense history of universal cantos, Santo Tomé and Príncipe has a very rich culture. Also known as São Lourenço, the Alto de Floripas is the biggest annual cultural event in Príncipe. It takes place every August. Local handicrafts, music and traditional dances are also part of the guest experience through regular performances in our hotels. C for commerce. With the operation closed, our contribution to the local commerce has decreased. However, all the staff meals are provided by communities close to the hotels. The objective here is to stimulate local commerce, but without causing price inflation on products or preference for selling to the hotels. This way, local producers continue to feed the local markets and Príncipe population. C for conservation. Understanding the remarkable biosphere of Príncipe Island and develop conservation programs is part of the mission of Fundação Príncipe. There are several conservation actions carried out by Fundação Príncipe, which covers actions in forest and marine territory. Inland, Príncipe Botanical Sampling is one of the programs carried out by Fundação Príncipe, which goal is to provide a botanical assessment to fill in knowledge gaps of the island species, creating tools to support the management of Príncipe Natural Park, evaluating the conservation status of the species and ecosystems. Another program in which guests are also engaged to contribute is the Protetuga. The goal is to improve the conservation status of the 3 species of sea turtles nesting on Príncipe Island and reinforce the understanding and awareness of the importance of sea turtle conservation and sustainable use of island natural resources, guiding the population to better understand the value of a correct management of existing resources.
So we hope that you enjoyed the sounds and sights from Príncipe Island, and we are looking forward to welcome some of you on a well-deserved post-COVID holiday and others for the 11th annual long-run meeting next September. COVID has brought many changes to our lives, and we are now at the crossroads where sustainability can no longer be ignored or marginalized as a niche segment, but has to be part of every company's DNA. The long run has brought together like-minded individuals, and we now have the opportunity and the responsibility to lead that movement and become a true reference in the sustainable marketplace by leaving our planet in a much better place than we have found it. Have a great week and looking forward to our discussions.